Okay.
So my name is Angelica de la Rosa. And if you want, you could subscribe. Well, no, please subscribe to Chat Passenger, right?
Yes.
Chat Passenger. Today I asked to go to a little, I don't even know what it is, honestly. It's a bar or I don't know. I'm winging it right now. And it's 20 minutes away from where I was picked up at. And Sammy is my driver. He seems really cool, down to earth, speaks Spanish and English. And where are you from?
Yo soy de Afganistán.
Afghanistan.
Sí.
O sea, I speak Spanish. My first language is Spanish and I learned English. Entonces, hablo español y hablo inglés. I had to learn English at a very young age. So my family moved around everywhere. My mom is from Mexico and my dad is Native American from California. And we moved everywhere. So I remember living in the middle of like the woods. I think it was like Arkansas, and I didn't speak any English and I had to go to school there. And that's where I learned English. And my mom too. My mom also learned English there. So out of all my siblings, I have 2 younger brothers and 1 younger sister. I'm the only one that had to learn English. So sometimes they make fun of me because sometimes I speak like certain things in English and I say it incorrectly, or supposedly I have some kind of accent. So I'm like, okay.
That's good. It's okay.
And you speak Spanish very well.
Muchas gracias. Estoy practicando.
Practicando. Así es.
Pero let me ask you questions if that's okay.
Yeah. I think being able to travel back to Culiacan, Sinaloa, that's where my mom is from. She's from Culiacan, Culichi. And just seeing the different like culture and the history and of everything, and it's just so different than the United States. The food, the music, just the vibe, you know, like when I was younger, the streets were made out of rocks and dirt. You know, now it's more modernized, obviously, but it was just so different than being out here. Out here, it's more structured, more like more laws and more, you know, it's just a little more organized. And out there, it's just kind of, it's more free to me. That's how I always looked at it. Like I loved when the guy who used to sell cocos, he used to sell coconuts, cocos on his horse, and he would come by and I was just like amazed by those things, you know, like just seeing people selling vegetables and fruits in the street, and just, it's just a whole different vibe. I love it. And seeing my family obviously out there. And I mean, obviously when I would go out there, I'm the gringa, you know, the outsider. So out here, it's different. Like, you know, even though I'm a gringa, I'm not like gringa, you know?
Yeah. So how often you go to Culiacan?
I haven't been in a while. I haven't been in like a little over a year because right now it's not super safe to go. So I do want to go. Right now the things have calmed down a little bit, but you know, I do want to go. I have my family out there, my grandmother, and I need to visit. I miss it so much.
You mentioned that you live in...
I live in the Dominican Republic too.
Okay, in Arkansas too.
Yeah, I've lived in the Dominican Republic for the last 90 years. So the Dominican Republic reminds me a lot of Mexico, but it's more just, it's like a whole different vibe. It's more, I don't even know how to explain it. It's just full of life. The music, bachata, merengue, just everything, you know, like I love it. Like I feel so connected being out there and with the culture, with the people. I've learned their lingo. I've learned how they speak. Even out here, like my friends out here, I'm part of a group and most of them are Dominicans, and they're like, no, Angelica, tú eres Dominicana. Because even when I go back to Mexico, my family in Mexico, they make fun of me. They make fun of me and they're like, no, you don't even speak like a Mexican no more. You speak like a Dominican, because their Spanish is very different. It's not, you know, every country, every place has a different way of speaking and different way of saying words. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah. Well, when I'm in Culiacan, it's like a comfort. Like it brings so many memories when I was little, and it's just something that it's like out of a dream, out of memories. So I feel safe. I feel like nostalgic. I don't know. It's something very sacred to me. And then when I'm in the Dominican Republic, it's a whole different world that I appreciate. I really do feel like God is there and I love it. Like my world out there is very humbled and very, um, like I have so many different opportunities out there to bless people and help people and just get to know people. And I love it. Like they're so loving. The Dominicans are so inviting and so loving. And I love that with my native culture. My dad is Native American. He's Pomo from California and that's a whole different, it's so sacred and it's so beautiful and our culture.
It's more pure because
Yeah, it's
nothing is
very
involved
pure
in it.
and our culture was literally, people try to take it away from us and my family, my dad, they're really, dedicated to our people and our culture and to bring it back, bring our language back, our dancing back, our ceremonies back. And that's what they thrive in and they live in that. I know it's my dad's dream for me to go back and sing and dance, and I'm barely fresh up, up here. So, I'll eventually go that route, but I'm a little bit more closer to my Mexican side and my mom's side. And, I was really more raised around that family. I wasn't really raised around my family up here. I don't really know many people and I'm slowly getting to know people and like, I just appreciate everything and I'm so grateful for all my family and my cultures and every side, even my adopted family, they adopted me, I adopted them. And yeah.
That's amazing because that more options to explore different culture,
different perspectives.
cities.
And I appreciate, like, that's one thing about me is I'm super appreciative and grateful for everything. So it's a blessing, Well, I have a few goals. I have a daughter and my daughter is 16 years old. Nobody believes that I have a 16-year-old, but I have a 16-year-old. And, I'm just trying to raise her to be humble and honest woman. And, in this world full of chaos, so, she's a beautiful young lady and both of our goals, because she's part of it too. I've raised her in that. I like investing and, buying properties and, just traveling and investing and just, helping out whoever I can, I love to help children and families in need. And that's my passion. That's our goal. One day we do want to have like a nonprofit, but I do it on my own, so, I feel like God opens doors for us and allows us to, you know,
Mm-hmm. Understandable.
yeah.
That's a very good, and I wish you good luck from the bottom of my heart with that for helping, and I hope you get a chance to help out a lot of people.
Honestly, social media. I've protected her from that when she was little. It wasn't so popular now that she's in her teens. Um, I would have to put rules on her being on the phone or on a tablet for so long and just kind of like allowing her to bloom into her own personality and be authentic and be someone else talks or what else someone else is wearing or what they're doing. Like I want her to go her route and be true to herself. I've always told her that. Be true to yourself. Be true to yourself. Listen to what you want to listen to, wear what you want to wear, and talk how you're supposed to talk, like, or, what comes naturally, because we can't really tell anyone what they're supposed to sound like, but, sound authentic, sound like you.
That's very beautiful, and I love it. You mentioned that you like to help people, and
I feel like it's important to be authentic and to be true to yourself, to follow your heart. Don't allow anyone to tell you cannot do something or you shouldn't be something. If you dream or you wish to accomplish anything, whether it's a business or, health, goals, or, traveling or something way off different from what you're used to seeing people around you do. And people, sometimes they try to close you and say, that's not possible. Don't, just be realistic, no, follow what you want to do and be authentic to yourself and be true to yourself and love yourself, genuinely love yourself, because you can't love anyone, especially these young teenagers. They fall in love or think they're in love or they have their first love, and then, but they need to love themselves first, always, always. And be honest. Honesty goes a long way. A liar doesn't thrive in this world. What you put out comes back to you.
That's a very good message. And basically, like, they have to be very careful with everything.
Yeah.
And they have to listen to their parents too.
Yeah, be respectful to your parents.
Because they're the one who truly loves you.
Yes.
And gives you the honest advices.
Yes. Yeah, sometimes, my daughter, she's 16 years old. She thinks she knows it all. And I'm like, girl, I'm the mom. I know what I'm doing. I know I'm a little lenient. I'm like strict, but I'm lenient. I'm very respectful of her. I allow her to express herself. Since she was little, I've allowed her to express herself. I really believe that that's important, that she blooms and becomes herself. So, but sometimes I have to set limits, and I'm like, I'm the mom, and I know sometimes you don't want to hear me say something that you think I'm against, or you think that I'm being mean maybe, but I'm guiding you. I'm your guide. God gave me one job in this world, and it's to be your mother, and it's to guide you the right way, and,
That's so perfect. Yeah. I really loved it the way you say, like, they should not follow social media and do not copy someone else. They have to be true of themselves.
Yeah, I had to deal with that with my daughter when she was 10 years old. And I started listening. It was I think it was when Musical.ly became TikTok, I believe. And she started, had a little TikTok account. And then I started noticing she was expressing herself different. She would talk to me. She would make faces and look different. And I'm like, no. I'm like, I can't. And all the time on the phone. And I'm like, nope, we need a break. So I gave her a 1-year break from phone, from TikTok, from social media. I think 10 years old is way too young.
Yeah.
To be on a phone or on social media. So, it was new to us. I didn't know what it was at that time. I barely made a TikTok account.
Yeah, I have a TikTok account, but I'm not using it that much, honestly, as much.
I just started using mine like a few months ago.
But mine is for my channel.
Okay.
Yeah, because I have this channel, I have to post a short part of the video on TikTok and on Instagram.
Okay.
And YouTube as well. So, well, thank you so much. I really appreciate you for doing this.
You guys want to follow me on social media? My name is Angelica with a J, Angelica de la Rosa, DELAROSA.
Muchas gracias, Angelica de la Rosa. So I have you fully consent to post this video.
Yes, you do.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
If you have nothing else, I would stop recording.
Thank you. Once again, follow Chat Passenger on YouTube, right?
On YouTube and Instagram and everywhere.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much.